Hello, my dear students. I hope you are all doing well today. I am Zenan and I am excited to present a new brand video for you. Today's topic is something many find challenging in English grammar, but don't worry, I'll make it easy for you to understand. So, if you are new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. Now, let's get started. Today's topic is adverbs, one of the trickiest areas in grammar. But once you get the hang of it, it's not so difficult. So, what are adverbs? A simple guide to making words more interesting. Welcome to the world of the adverbs. Alright, everyone, let's take a moment to appreciate these tiny but powerful words. Adverbs are like the secret ingredients that transform a plain sentence into something colorful and vibrant. Imagine you are making a dish. Your basic sentence is the main ingredient, but when you add an adverb, it's like adding some spicy seasoning, sweet flavor, or rich texture to make everything more exciting. Great. Let's dive deeper into the world of adverbs and explore how they work in sentences. I'll guide you step by step and will make sure you are understanding everything along the way. What is adverbs? An adverb is a part of a speech that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. It provides additional information about how, when, where, how often, or to what degree something happens. Examples of what adverbs can modify. Number one, verb. She runs quickly. The verb quickly describes how she runs. Adjective. He is very tall. The verb very modifies the adjective tall, showing the degree of how tall he is. Adverb. She speaks quite loudly. The adverb quite modifies the adverb loudly, showing how much louder she speaks. Great. Let's break down and explain these examples in detail. Verb. She runs quickly. Explanation. Verb here is runs, which describe the action or what the subject she is doing. Adverb. The adverb quickly modifies the verb runs. It tells us how she runs. In other words, quickly explain the manner of speed at which the action of running happens. Let's meet the adverb family and understand how each member works in sentences. Adverbs are powerful words that tell us how, when, where, how often, and to what extent something happens. Adverbs tell us how an action is performed, they describe the manner in which something happens. There are six types of adverbs. Number one, adverbs of manner. Number two, adverbs of time. Number three, adverbs of place. Number four, adverbs of frequency. Number five, adverbs of degree. Number six, comment adverbs. Let's start with the basics and explore each one in more detail. By the end of this, you'll be adding adverbs to your sentences like a pro. So, first of all, we are talking about adverbs of manner and how they describe actions. Adverbs of manner words that show how action happen quickly, carefully, and happily. Quickly, for example, the rabbit can quickly to the finish line. Carefully, the artist painted the portrait carefully, focusing on every detail. Happily, the children sang happily along to their favorite song. Now that we understand adverbs of manner deeply, let's explore their root and how they form. Adverbs of manner. These adverbs tell us how something is done. Think about words like quickly, carefully, or happily. Adverbs of manner describe how an action is performed. They provide more information about the verb and often answer the question how or in what way. Adverbs of manner are usually formed by adding ly to an adjective. For example, quick, quickly, clear, clearly, but there are exceptions. For example, fast. We can't add ly into the fast. Yes, that's correct. The word fast is one of the exceptions to the typical rule where you add ly to an adjective to form an adverb. So you would say, she's a fast runner, she runs fast. You can say fastly because it isn't grammatically correct. Some other examples of such exceptions are hard, late. You would say he works hard, not hardly. And she arrived late, not lately. Now let's look at more examples together. Number one, quickly. Describe something done with speed. For example, she ran quickly to catch the bus. Slowly. Describe something done at a low speed. For example, he walked slowly to enjoy the scenery. Carefully. Describe something done with attention or caution. For example, she handled the fragile vase carefully. Loudly. Describe something done with a high volume. Example, the children laughed loudly during the game. Quietly. Describe something done with little or no noise. Example, he whispered quietly so as not to wake the baby. Happily. Describe something done in a cheerful way. Angrily. Describe something done in a mad or irritated way. Well, describe something done skillfully or effectively. For example, she sings well. Badly. Describe something done poorly or ineffectively. Suddenly. Describe something happening unexpectedly or quickly. For example, the car stopped suddenly. Placement of adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner typically describe how an action is performed and can be placed in different parts of the sentence, depending on the emphasis or clarity you want to give. For example, after the verb, she speaks softly. The adverb softly describes how she speaks and comes after the verb. After the object, he drove the car carefully. The adverb carefully describes how he drove the car and is placed after the object. Before the verb for emphasis, he quietly opened the door. The adverb quietly emphasizes how he opened the door and is placed before the verb for emphasis. Now, let's move on to the next type of adverbs. Adverbs of time, when things happen today, tomorrow, soon, later. Today, we will go to the park today. Tomorrow, the party will be tomorrow night. Soon, the train will stop soon. Later, we will eat dinner later this evening. Now, guess what are the adverbs in the sentences? The highlighted words are the adverbs in these sentences. Now we understand it much better. What are adverbs of time? These adverbs tell us when something happens. Words like today, tomorrow, soon, or later fit into this category. Adverbs of time indicate when an action happens, how long it lasts, or how often it occurs. They provide information about the timing of an event or action and answer questions like when, how long, or how often. Now we understand it through these examples. Number 1. Now. This refers to the present moment, indicating that something is happening right at this time. Example, I am busy now. This means the person is currently busy. Later. This refers to a time after the present, meaning something will happen in the future but not immediately. Example, we will discuss this later. The discussion will happen at some point in the future, not right now. Soon. This refers to a time in the near future, something that will happen very shortly. For example, the result will be announced soon. The results will be announced in the near future, likely soon after the current moment. Yesterday. This refers to the day before today, meaning something that happened in the past. For example, she visited her grandparents yesterday. The visit occurred the day before today. Today. This refers to the current day, meaning something is happening or will happen on this day. For example, we have a meeting today. The meeting is happening on the present day. Tomorrow. This refers to the day after today. Tomorrow. This refers to the day after today, meaning something that will happen in the near future, specifically the next day. For example, they will leave the vacation tomorrow. The vacation will start the following day. Each adverb helps specify when something is happening in relation to the present moment, now, the past, yesterday, or the future, later, soon, tomorrow. There are more words that tell us about the time of adverbs. For example, already, still, yet, always, never, often, sometimes, daily. Now we are talking about the placement of adverbs of time. Now we can put it at the beginning of a sentence. The adverb is placed at the start to set the time context for the action. Example, yesterday I went to the park. The number 2 at the end of a sentence. The adverb comes after the action to emphasize when something happens. For example, I'll call you later. Number 3, before the main verb. The adverb is placed before the main verb to describe how often or when the action occurs. For example, she often visits her grandparents. Number 4, after the verb to be. The verb comes after the verb to be, is, am, are to describe the state or condition. For example, he is always late. Each placement affects how the timing or frequency of the action is understood. Now come to the next family of the adverbs. Adverbs of place, where things happen, here, there, everywhere, upstairs. Here, the cat is sleeping here on the couch. Everywhere, the birds are singing everywhere in the forest. Upstairs, my bedroom is upstairs in the attic. Let's understand it deeply. Adverbs of place. These adverbs tell us where something happens. Think about words like here, there, everywhere, or upstairs. An adverb of place is a type of adverb that indicates where an action occurs. These adverbs provide information about location, direction, or distance. Here are some common examples of adverbs of place. For example, here refers to the current location. Example, come here. There refers to a location away from the speaker. Example, the book is over there. Everywhere refers to all places. For example, she looked everywhere for her keys. Somewhere refers to an unspecified place. For example, let's go somewhere quiet. Anywhere refers to any place, usually in a negative or question. Example, I can't find my phone anywhere. Nowhere refers to no place indicating absence. Example, he is now here to be found. Up refers to a direction towards a higher position. Example, the balloon floated up. Down refers to a direction towards a lower position. Example, she sat down on the chair. Inside refers to being within something, for example, a room, building. Example, please come inside. Outside refers to being beyond or not inside a space. For example, the kids are playing outside. Nearby refers to a short distance away. Example, there's a cafe nearby. Away refers to moving from a place to another. Example, he walked away. Back refers to returning to a previous position. Example, she came back home. Forward refers to moving in the direction of the front. Example, move forward in the line. Behind refers to a position at the back of something. Example, the cat hid behind the couch. These adverbs describe direction or location in space and help clarify where actions take place. Now come to placement of adverbs of place. Number 1. We can put in the end of sentence. The adverb is placed at the end to show where the action happens. Example, she went outside. Number 2. After verb or object. The adverb comes after the verb or object to describe where the action is done. Example, he put the book on the table. Number 3. Beginning of emphasis. Placing the adverbs at the beginning give emphasis to the action or location. Example, here is your answer. Number 4. With moment verbs. Adverbs like away are commonly used with moment verbs to show direction. Example, the rain away. Don't split verb and object. When using a verb or object together, don't separate them with an adverb. Correct. She left the keys there. Incorrect. She left there the keys. These guidelines help keep sentence clear and grammatically correct. All right. Let's wrap up today's session here. The video is turning out to be quite long. So instead of packing everything into one, it would be better for you to wait for the second part where I'll continue from where we left off. So stay tuned, and I promise the next part will be just as informative. Thank you. Bye bye.